you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking.
Great, why is it?
I'm walking. So happy.
Get your chair,
Power on.
get your weights,
Move.
water, water, water. See, it is filled to the top with water. You'll see it. I'll show it to y'all again. You see? So when I drink it, let's get ready to do this walk, y'all.
Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So
Yeah! Cheers for the music director. Hey, y'all. Oh, the cameras are looking good. But I gotta tell you, there's one camera looking a little cloudy. Let me see if I can do this. I know this is very unprofessional. Oh, I'm on this Facebook, YouTube group. And them folks that used to get a lot of money for these videos because a lot of traffic was directed towards them, that ain't happening no more. Well, I don't feel this thing because I don't think nothing directed towards me. I'm like the foundation I'm thrown in there with the foundation, the little fish. And I watch the big fish because I look at YouTube. I aspire to be a big fish, but I'm just a little guppy. Hey y'all, great Ra isn't. Every morning I wake up and see Ra isn't. It rises. Yes, y'all. Oh, I don't know why I'm stiff. I'm so happy that these cameras is looking good. Johnny came over and did a great job. Wow. He said, what's important for them to see? I said, Johnny, it's important they see my feet moving. I may not be moving fast, but I'm moving. And you stand on a conveyor belt and balance yourself. You balance yourself on a conveyor belt. Yeah, so as I said, treadmill. Yeah, y'all. I feel good. And you know why I feel good? Because I worked out my own problem. Yes, I did. Let me tell you what the problem was. I said, ooh. Whew. I'll be 65 this year, so I'm going to have to I go to Medicare. It's federal government. Paying all them taxes. Anyway, Medicare. And just as much corruption and everything that there is in Medicaid, there's the same in Medicare. So my fears are the same. But I'm wondering, how can I filter out my doctors? How can I filter out my doctors? Well, I'm only going to make consultation appointments because I want to talk to you first. I know that'll be the last time that I speak with you. You know, other than, oh, I look at your chart, your heart is good, breathe, 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 okay, and you know, take the medicine, yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do, you're going to do this, brother, okay, bye. That's the conversations. But I'm going to go for consultation. And I know doctors don't do consultations. They take you. Oh, I need a doctor. Okay, here. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I want a consultation. I want to know what I'm getting into. I want to know if I can trust you. And that's one of the things I'll have to ask Medicare. Do you just got to do like the state, just jump into it? Here's the doctor, here's the list, go for it. Or can you do consultations? I don't even know if doctors do consultations anymore. I don't want to be touched on. I just want a consultation. And the first question, it's going to be a very short consultation. Very short. The question that I'll ask is there a difference between Medicaid and Medicare? And just like the police, I'll know the answer. There's a big freaking difference. Let me tell you how big the difference is. Okay? Let me tell you how big the difference is. Y'all hold on to your girdles. Hold on to your stress bands. Hold on to, y'all gotta hold on now, because my little fan ain't on. I'm like, I don't feel nothing breezing across my face. Sorry, y'all. This is so unprofessional. Maybe that's why I stay in the guppy department. Maybe that's why I'm a guppy. Okay. So, when I was living in Greenwich, right? I used to go walk my dog, and I met a very lovely lady. She was from Austria. She used to walk her dog, Johanna. And we would talk when we would meet up at the dog park and stuff like that and chat. And I knew she was married. And, you know, we got to be really close. After a year of meeting, you start sharing things. So Johanna's husband, who worked all his life doing tree cutting, stuff like that, well, you can only fall out a tree but so much and be able to put back together. So in his last tree fallout, he had to go on disability. But you just don't go on disability. You go through the process of going on disability. Anyway, so Johanna's husband doesn't get it, but he can't work, so he goes on state. And he is in pain. They can't sleep at night, but because he only has Medicaid state, he can only get Oxycontin's second cousin twice removed, because the state ain't paying for no Oxycontin. But they'll pay for Oxycontin's cousin twice removed. Now, when you're in severe pain, Oxycontin cousin twice removed, because they didn't have the marijuana thing yet. Oxycontin cousin twice removed, don't do nothing. But for years, they've been going back and forth, and Johanna just couldn't understand. The man can't work. Oh, thanks for coming on the walk. Hey, good morning. The man can't walk. I mean, barely walk with a cane. I can say shuffle through. You just can't, you know, you're not going to come back from falling out of all those trees. Anyway, maybe 2 years that I know Johanna, 2 years. And they're fighting and they're waiting and they're fighting and they're waiting. And then, bingo, it comes through. I'm like, you're so happy. The first thing they do is go to a doctor with the Medicare, and he gets his first prescription of Oxycontin. Then he goes to another doctor, and he gets another prescription of Oxycontin. And then, let's put it like this. Johanna said after he passed, she was finding Oxycontin all over the place. So, they go on a trip, a nice vacation. Finally, they can pay up the bill or whatever they have to take care of. And life is rosy. But Johanna doesn't like the Oxycontin thing because she don't do no drugs. She is as straight-laced as it comes. She don't do drugs. Maybe a little wine. And she didn't like it. Well, one day she comes home and hubby is sitting on the couch. They had some kind of flare-up. And she goes, takes the dog for a walk. And she comes back, and hubby is sitting on the couch the way she left him, with a beer can in his hand, the TV on. He's sitting there facing the TV, and he's dead. He is dead. Dead, 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 dead. Can of beer still in his hand, sitting on the couch, looking at the TV. Dead. Gone. So, she calls the ambulance. Of course, you know the ambulance comes, but he's dead. They ain't taking him. So, somehow in Greenwich, this is how they do it, I don't know. The next person that comes is the funeral parlor. They come to pick up the body. That's it. He's dead. No autopsy. Autopsy. He was just a mom. And she knew it was Oxycontin. She knew it was Oxycontin. And they knew it. That's what she told police and showed them the prescription. They knew. So, what are you going to autopsy? Accidental OD. But I use that example to tell you there is a difference between Medicaid and Medicare. And when I'm on state Medicare, cheapest insurance. So I would say to my doctors, I don't want all your medications and stuff like that while we're on Medicare because it's not the best quality of medicine. It'll keep you alive, but it'll fix one thing and fuck something else up. that state. It either ain't gonna take care of it or if it do. But if you're in an emergency and an accident and you need to be put back together, it's excellent. But the doctors I have now that I don't like to have too much to do with, but they're local, one's 5 minutes away and the other one's 5 minutes away. They're both horrible liars. And I said to them, that's why I tell you they don't pay me no attention. Because I let them know I'm a medical biller and coder, so I know about insurance. But they don't listen. So, when I said, no, I don't want all that cheap medicine put inside of me. I'm going to wait till Medicare kicks in. And I'm going to get some decent medication. And they both said to me, there is no difference between the state insurance and any other insurance. Didn't I just tell you I'm a medical coder and biller? I had to study that stuff. I worked in the hospital for 2 hospitals. worked in doctor's offices before. That's what I'm telling you. They don't hear anything I said. The appropriate response is, yep. But they started convincing me, oh, no, my eye doctor, no, absolutely not. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's no difference. No, how would you think like that? I was like, you never heard the fact that I was a biller and coder. And I'm not asking you. I'm making a known statement. But you see this skin? And we know how they feel about women in America, honey. So they don't hear you. To me, when you go to a doctor's office, if you're a woman, you are like his wife. Annoying in his ear. So I said, no, I don't want you to put me on with all that cheap medication because the state ain't putting out money for them. Oh, you're a stupid woman. They're all the same. They're exactly... See why I can't deal with them? But I'm going to go for consultation. I'm going to ask for a consultation. And I'm going to say the same thing. We ain't even got to stay long. We don't have to stay long. I'm going to catch you lying to me right off the bat. I'm going to say to you, I didn't take all that state stuff that they wanted me to take because I know it was cheap. And I know all I had to do was watch what I put in my mouth and exercise and I'd be okay, I can make it. Because they give you cheap stuff in Medicare, Medicaid. And the doctor that looks at me and says, oh no, they're the same, I'm walking out. I'm saying, thank you very much for your time, take care. And the next doctor I'm going to go to, and I'm going to say the same thing, because that's a lie. And everyone knows it's a lie. But to my doctors, I don't. Stupid black woman. See what I'm saying? That's why I don't like to deal with them. So this is going to help me flush them out. Don't touch me, because I don't want no liars touch me. I hate when I go to dentist. At least the eye doctor doesn't touch me. But when I go to the heart doctor, he has to put the stethoscope to my heart. Sometimes he touches my breast, and I said, no, I'm okay. And that means take your hand off my back. Don't touch me. Touch your stethoscope, because you're a stinking liar. But you live 5 minutes away from me. And I ain't really taking nothing from you, but I ain't look up. And it's just for the blood pressure that I'm working on. Now ain't that something? Ain't that something? But they gonna tell me something wrong with me. Oh, black people, they just don't trust doctors. How about you lying all in my eyeballs? Jeez. We do know some stuff. Hell, I made it 65 with me, eating and exercising. I didn't run into y'all till I was 58. Okay? So you didn't bring me here. Maybe some of them that you did, they come to see you twice a year, 3 times a year, every year for the past all their life. That ain't me. The last time I had a pap smear, I was in my 30s. Because in my 30s, everybody in their 40s was getting their womb removed. And I said, I ain't going there. Everybody was getting wombs cut out. They had to put an article in the paper saying, It ain't necessary for your womb to be removed to take care of a lot of situations, issues you got going down there. You don't have to have your whole womb removed. But they was, when I was in my 35, everybody at 45 and 50 ain't had no hoochie coochie. Cut right out. And I said, what's the common denominator of all them coochies being cut out in their 40s? And I said, the common denominator is they going to the doctor. Guess who still got their coochie? Well, the womb part. Me. Yeah, I was told that it would fall off. I had to go every day. I always get all these cancer. I always get these strokes. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. I don't use tampons. Taught my daughter free flow. Don't let that crap stay up you. Free flow. Ha ha. Free flow. Get it out. Let it come out. No, I ain't doing that other stuff. So everybody I know faithfully went to the doctor for their coochies. They ain't got no coochies. Breast exam, I've never had a mammogram. Never. The last time I went for the breast exam, I was in my 30s again. And they was chopping women's breastises off like crazy. And they kept telling you, you will have breast cancer. And the doctor said, before you're 50. You will. And I said, oh, wow. Wow. I'm going to have breast cancer before I'm 50? Oh, my God. And myself said to myself, you will. If you put your titties in that smasher and mess around with them doggos, you sure will. And guess what? Look at the titties right there. Got balloons and sandwiches. Y'all, the common denominator was the doctor. They went, I didn't. I exercised, took vitamins, took care of myself. I didn't do no tampon at that. I let it all flow. Now the flow is better. Now everything's better. Passing everything is way better. But I was doing it during the dangerous times. It's coming up to a little water break, which for me is a bathroom break, since I started putting down a quarter's worth of water before I exercise, instead of doing everything afterwards. Okay, looky here. Drink some water, run to the restroom. We're in the water because it's summer.
Happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Hey, y'all, hey. Here I come.
Walking.
Here I come.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking.
Hey, y'all.
Just
Let me say a wave.
I'm walking.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for coming on walk.
I'm walking.
Yeah.
So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
I'm gonna do the whole thing afterwards. Let's just get me through the walk. Let's get back to it, you all. Yes. So, much better now. I said, come on, Medicaid. I'm all right with you now. I know how to filter through. I know how to filter through these doctors. Easy question. Now, y'all, put your headsets on. For those who are exercising, just go ahead and put your headsets on if you want to. I'm going to talk political stuff again. Put your headsets on. Rock out, rock out, rock out. Oh, it's so sad that the music that we put to gospel, which is beautiful music, for a fictitious story, but the music itself is so wonderful. The musicians, the creators of the music is so, they make the music so beautiful. I just wish they would leave the lyrics out. Anyway, see, I was trying to tell myself, stay out of this. Why are you into this? They don't care. I told you, didn't I tell you before? I told you those stories when I went to get my tubes cut, tied and burned. I didn't tell you. Well, for years afterwards, I was 23. For years afterwards, people would say to me, they just let you do it. You were 23. You were so young. And I would say, yeah, I had no problem getting it done. Then I look over the fact that I had a heart murmur. So I was telling myself, well, they let me get it done so quickly because I had a heart murmur. But both my sisters on my father's side have heart murmurs, and it didn't stop them from having children, so it wasn't that. Where I'm looking at it now was that they gave me, what do you call it? It wasn't tube ligation, because I still got my tube. The cut, burn, and tie, they'd done that for me, even if I went to them in my 20s, because I'm African American. And they would be grateful to tie up everything, especially going back at that time. Now, remember, I'm in the 80s. And people used to always say to me, they didn't bring you in for psychiatric counseling. They did say to me, and they only said it once, and they never said it again, because I was married. My husband and I had just broken up, and he wasn't paying no kind of child support. So in my mind, there was no way I was going to have another child, to have another man not pay child support. I just couldn't do it. And I'm proud of these mothers. I see them working and carrying families of up to 7 kids by themselves. And I give you all the props in the world, but that ain't me. That ain't me. No. No. He only had 1 kid, and he wasn't doing nothing. So in my mind, I was like, I ain't getting another kid to have another man do nothing. And that's just my reality. And if I was going to be the provider of the child, take care, I was going to do 1-on-1. I was going to do 2-on-1. But I realize now the reason why it was so easy peasy for me, and over the years people say, you were so 21. And this is basically, I gotta say, Caucasian women. My co-workers that I work with, mostly white, they was like, what? And they had stories where they had to go for many psychiatric evaluations in order to get in, which made me sit there with my mouth open, thinking I was so special that I got in the fast line. They had to do psychiatric counseling. They had to do 2 doctors. I didn't do none of that shit. I'm grateful I didn't. But looking at it now, I would never have to do it. And this ain't about birth control against African American. The abortions that's not for us. Just like my fast track. It's not a tubulation. Cut, burn, and tie. At 23. Oh, don't get me wrong. The best decision I ever made in my whole born days. Lord, y'all love them children to be burdened with. But honey, panicking and not knowing how you gonna feed, how you gonna clothe, is you gonna be put out on the street? Do you got to go back to your parents' house and kiss their ass for the next few years because you got a child? Oh, it was horrible if you stay out here by yourself. Now, not only do you have to protect yourself, but you have to protect the kid from, it's a freaking lot. So I feel sorry for the Aryan sisters, the white sisters. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you that even back then you couldn't do what I did. And according to Uncle Thomas at the God Court, the God Court, God Thomas, he said he don't want no contraceptives. Let all the 16 and pregnant keep their babies. Because they are, because they get pregnant. They don't even know they're pregnant today. It's almost time for them to have a baby. Okay. I hear them even pushing adoption more now. They're pushing adoption more now. Now, between me and you, who do you think they're talking about pushing adoption for? You got that right. They'll find homes for those little Aryan babies. They'll find them. Clarence Thomas and his old wife want a few, but they finna go to jail. He shouldn't be sitting on the court bench. He let his wife talk disparagingly about African American people for a long time. The Black Lives Matter. She called us all kind of stuff, like it was okay for the police to shoot us down the street. So she's fudge, and he's smudge, and she. Do I have to say allegedly? Because they putting it in the paper that she did. She part of that whole insurrection thing. She fell in love with Clarence Thomas. What do they call it? She had a dose of jungle fever and she married it. But she don't want the whole jungle. She just want her tar man. She just wanted her tar man. She don't want the whole jungle. And she talked about Black Lives Matter like it was separate from her husband. And Tarman, he said right back, he's a smudge. I wish the ancestors would reach up and grab that heart and squeeze it and then throw it into the ocean. I wish the ancestors would reach up through him and grab that brain that serves no purpose and squeeze it and squeeze it and squeeze it until it is no more. And then when it's no more and he falls over, I hope he falls over that trash wife of his. And she's so fat and old, she won't be able to put his fat tar man ass off her. And they can both lay there and die. I don't have no Bible to direct me. I ain't praying for them at all. I want the ancestors to get busy. Activate that coony coon coon coon. Coon coon coon. Tar man. Let's get some Asians in the Supreme Court. Let's get some Indians in the Supreme Court. Let's make it equal woman man equal in the Supreme Court. They made it a God court. We got the dicks, and we say, we sit in our robes under our chairs and pull on our dicks, because we say, you gonna have them children. We gonna make America white again. It ain't never been white, damn it. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that dumb. You can't. Truth seeps in. Truth will come through. America's never been white. Native Americans were here. They ran back and forth from South. I was all American for them. They fight with each other and went on about their business. So that just ticks me off. You're doing everything to make it, but that ain't it. That ain't it. It ain't gonna happen. And as my daughter said to me, which she had me laughing. She said, Mom, you know what all it's gonna do? Is you know them young girls, they be seen with all kind of races. But you see, they used to be able to go and get rid of the baby. So what's gonna backfire is all the white babies they think they saving. It's going to be a lot of mixed race little babies running around. Whew. I can't understand it. How they run the world. How they run the country. How is this happening? How are these men sitting up in this stuff that they changed from the Supreme Court to God's court, because they're God's. How is it that men that sit at a desk and pull at their dick under their robes all day get to decide what I do with my body? Because you thinking about me as you jerking off under your robe? That's what it's all about? Yes, it is. Welcome to America. Priority. Guns and screwing. Guns and screwing. But we're an advanced society. We're an advanced culture, y'all. Our main concerns is guns and vaginas. But we're an advanced culture. We smart, y'all. It's being run by a bunch of cult leaders. Multi-million-dollar churches. That's who's flooding money. A con. It's like one big con. The GOPQ Republicans, one big fucking con on America. And you won't stop it. You won't stop them. One big con on America. With the cult bullshit. God said that you're going to keep your babies, but I can't feed them. Well, God didn't say nothing about that. Something about the 50 loaves and the bread and the fish. Go get a fish. It's going to turn into 50 loaves, and then you can feed your kid. But give me mine. Run me mine. I remember that big tar man, grease stain in Texas right now. Woman, thou art loose. His first book, that big tar man, was staying at people's houses. They was putting their kids out their room. They was giving up their bedrooms for this tar man to stay while he ran his con wherever he went. because he ain't had no money. He ran his con so well that the next book he wrote, he was at the highest. That tar man has a multi-million-dollar church in Texas built on woman thou art loose. If a man got in my face and said to me, woman thou art loose, if I told y'all what I would tell him right now and how I start windmilling, they would cut off this broadcast right now. I'm one of them African American women. Now my sisters ain't. They say, oh, I'm loose. Oh, I'm loose. I'm low. I'm lower than loose. Everything wrong with me. I'm just evil. I don't know what I'm doing. I am horrible. I need help. They followed that man all over. And they were so happy to tell me how right he was because they are so loose. I was like, dang, I knew y'all was hoes like that. Oh, you calling me a hoe? You calling me? I said, but you just said that the Reverend said you was loose and you said you was loose. Ain't that being a hoe? They got mad at me. You just went to a 45-minute sermon saying how you're running around, open your legs to everybody, not being true to your husbands, not rubbing their feet, not having their meals cooked on time, their clothes folded and stuff. How you out there so busy running around you can't do what you're supposed to do? I'm just assuming. I never read the book. Never saw it play. Never listened to music. I ain't listened to nothing that called me loose. How about woman, thou art wonderful. Woman, thou art marvelous and you're great and you're marvelous. There was, oh gosh, I only got a few minutes. There was a YouTube man here lately who died. See, the ancestors did show up. And his whole thing was talking about women. Some got old vaginas, new vaginas. Not taking care of the men right with their vaginas. Again, I'm assuming. I just listened to the other YouTube people. I didn't listen to him. Well, when he died in the hotel with a hooker, somebody said, oh, I feel, no, that's why the preachers start preaching when they do like this, when you do your hands up here. Somebody said it had something to do with the cocaine opiate. That's what I heard. But he made hundreds of thousands off of YouTube. He had millions of followers talking about how disgusting women are. They women couldn't wait to hear him put them down. Couldn't wait to call him so he could put them down in person. I mean, over the telephone. Couldn't wait to see him so he could put them down in person. He died with a hooker in some house somewhere. She didn't even know what to send the ambulance to. But he made all his money talking about how disgusting we are. And he had over 1 million subscribers to listen to him talk about how women ain't nothing. And the majority, so I heard, of the 1 million subscribers, the majority was women. People that called in to get insulted by him, the majority was women. Not me. I ain't that kind of woman, honey. I ain't never been that kind of woman. I ain't gonna be that kind of woman. I ain't being that kind of woman. You ain't gonna call me all kind of names and different things like that. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. That was when I was a child, honey. That was when I was a child. When I hit 20, 23, that all changed. No. Ain't gonna tell me what to do with my body. Ain't gonna tell me what to do with my child. Me and my daughter, we ain't have no, other than going down there to try to get her father to pay some child support, we didn't have no relationship with DCF. When she went off to college, she needed insurance. See, her father worked in the hospital, but they didn't even go after him. They said, okay, we'll just use our government state. And I was like, no, he works for UMass. They got good insurance. Why can't you make him give her the good insurance? Honey, as the Supreme Court said, they just want the white women to have the babies. They don't want to be responsible for feeding them, clothing them, or sheltering them. They will allow them advantages over minority women. You know, like they'll get the biggest house, apartment in the projects, but they'll still have to be in the projects. See what I'm saying? So, let's knock out these arm exercises. We didn't do them yesterday. Neither up nor down. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your gut. 5, 6. Tuck in your elbow. 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1 for good luck. Whew! Y'all, I'm sweating. Here we go. Squeeze your gut. Tuck your elbow. Let's do 10. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Ooh. Yes. So, my Aryan sisters, my Caucasian sisters, my white sisters, I'm going to keep fighting because after y'all, they're going to come after us. They're already coming after us. There's so many places we can't vote. We're going to have to be out at night again. I don't know how they got so much power. I don't know how they still have power. You attack the government. You do this fuck shit with your cult people in the Supreme Court, in the God Court. You took those judges. Contact your legislator, please, and tell them that you want impeachment proceedings to start on the Supreme Court justices. I put an article up. Give it a read. They can do it. Joe's there. Get them to do it. Shut down the God Supreme Court. Because you're not ruling me by that. Because of this God you say as you sit there and jerk off under your robe. You don't do nothing. You got appointed by a president. It don't even mean you're the best lawyer. It doesn't mean you're the greatest lawyer. You just got a job that they can't get rid of you, and that has to go. Term limits on the Supreme Court justice. And I was talking to Glenn. I got to make this fast. I was talking to Glenn, and Glenn said, okay, Vicki, they said Jesus lived for 34 years. I said about 36. He said, yeah. He said, okay. The God Court should only have judges for 36 years. No life. 36 is as long. And if you went in there at 50, half of them should be gone. Let's put it like that. Anyway, whew, y'all, you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed, I'm walking, oh yeah, I'm walking. just for me.
Ooh.
I'm walking.
Y'all, I am
Thank you
sweating.
for the company.
Yeah.
I'm walking, I'm
We did
walking,
it.
I'm
We
walking,
did it.
I'm
I got
walking.
water coming down my
So
back.
happy to be
That's why we gotta
walking.
drink water. I sweat more this summer. Ooh, when I caught that on Friday,
Thank you for the
I said,
company.
girl. I said, girl, this is
Walking.
girl. I said, wait a minute, Ken now. Have you heard yourself all week saying that you were sweating all down your back? The water you're consuming is not enough. And I just that Friday, bam. I was like, oh, because this happens to me every year. Remember last year? I made it through. But see, I was going upstairs off camera and drinking my water. But something said, share it. Now I put a little lemon in my water. Because and I drink alkaline water. And see, can you see? Can you see that water is there? So just like I let y'all see my feet. Okay, let's do the water. Oh, right? Oh, especially after a workout, y'all. I turned this treadmill off because I'm not doing all what I'm doing now with it on. Like I tell you, I would love to go viral. But just for being me, not because some screw up I did. And we need more water. Woohoo! Okay. I lost we're back. I lost Facebook on the water drinking. I was like, I know some family members need this water drinking. Let me knock it down for they knock YouTube out again. You know what I mean? Facebook, hold up. No, drink. I can't get it down in the jug. But I just got finished walking, so I got to kind of relax everything. That's why I said for a 5-minute walk. Half done, y'all. Whew. See, this is what I go upstairs and do. Excuse me. I chug. Throw it back. Okay. Takes practice. And it takes having enough room for stuff to go down. And then the air comes up. And then you put the water down. And then let's knock this out. Almost done. And a lot of time frame. Water, right? Okay, we knock that out. We put the exercise in. We put the water in, though you put some more afterwards. But you put this in, I mean, it's a quart. Second one. I'm good for the day. Hey, thanks for the company. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm trying
Power
to...
on. Bluetooth ready to pair.
All right.
Bluetooth connected.
It ain't happening. Let's see. Let's see.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking.
Please
I'm
like,
walking,
comment, share, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell an uncle, cousin. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.
I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking.